Okay, this video gonna demonstrate how to make a grid file for the product assembly later. So we started from making new part and we name it General Control Grid GCG. Click OK. So first, let's make a new geometric set and name it as input geometry. Okay. So, and then we'll start from making a plane, a series of plane, and this one should be inside the input geo. So we create a geometric set inside another one, and from here make sure this is a current work object, and then we will make a plane using method offset from plane. Reference we take xy plane, offset take as a 0, click OK, and this is plane dot y, right? And I'll make second. We're gonna create an array of plane using method offset. So what we do is we click plane, still the same method offset from plane. This time we take a reference as plane 1, and offset we create new parameters. Okay, forgot to create new parameters. So let's make our parameters first. We will make 4 parameters. Okay, all lengths. So first called building BLDG building footprint FP dot width. Okay, and give it 24. In my case, millimeter. So it's 24 meter, right? Click apply. And next one, name it as building footprint length. So this one, give it 42,000. Okay. And then apply. Next one, we're gonna name it as grid spacing. Okay. Dot x. Give it 12,000 millimeter. Apply, and next one will be grid spacing y. Give it 7,000. I forgot there should be another one, which is the floor to floor height. Yeah, and give it 3,000. Okay. Okay, let's put maybe 450. Yeah, 4,500. Click apply. All right. So now we have the parameters. All right. So we make offset. Click a plane. Offset from plane. All right. Reference will take plane 1. Offset number will take this floor to floor height parameter. Click OK. Before you click OK, let's zoom out to see everything. We check this repeat object after OK. Yeah. So we then click OK. And make sure you're in the absolute option so that the parameter can still control all the generated planes. All right. Making 2 means you're gonna have a 2 more, so you have a 3 in total, right? And I will uncheck create new body. Okay. So I have 4 planes created, yeah, as a one go, right? After plane, we'll look at another geometric set for the plane grid. Okay, so this time I will make a reference for the plane grid. So I will have a building footprint boundary. So I will make a sketch. All right, I'll make a sketch based on XY plane. Origin, I'll take a part origin. Click OK. All right. So I'm going to draw a rectangle from the origin point. Okay. And then I'll apply this, that, this one. I did the formula. Take as a width, right? Footprint width. Click OK. And this one I will take as the length. Click OK. All right. Extend. Okay. So this one link up. And then I exit. And I can still, let's say if I want to make this color different, show as dash line. Okay, so this is my footprint boundary. So I can name it as my building footprint boundary. Okay. If you like to organize, you can change the order. Order my children. Okay. So next, I will insert this as, I call it grid X. Okay. So I'm going to draw lines. Yeah. And this grid X should be inside the input geometries. And then we also need another one, which is grid Y. Okay? So I'll make this way in my current work object, and I'll draw one line. So X should go along the Y direction, right? So create a line using the point direction method. I'll take the original point direction will be Y direction. You can just manually pull that over. This one, this side. And in order to make this one corresponding to the changing parameters of the building footprint boundary, I will give a dimension 3 meter, and this one I will make it to do with a length plus 3000 millimeter. Yeah, click OK. And this is it. So this line will now change according to the parameters change, right? So it's not enough. I will make another 2 lines by using translate. So you either type in here translate, or you can find the command from the toolbar here called translate, right? You click. So we're still using direction distance method. We're taking the element, this line. Direction will follow X direction, and the distance will link up with the spacing. Yeah, this grid spacing. Click OK. And don't just click OK yet. Check repeat object after OK. And then make this as a 1 absolute. That's it. Okay. So we got 3 lines. All right. Similarly, we'll make the line for the Y direction, right? So create a line, same point direction, taking this direction will be this time will be X, and that is 3 meter, right? And this one I will link with the width plus 3000 millimeter. Click OK. Done. So I have my first line created. Yeah, in the Y direction, and I will similarly using translate element pick up this line direction that will follow this time Y direction spacing. I will link up with 7 meter spacing. Again, check this, repeat object after click OK. So absolute, I will uncheck that. So this time we're gonna make 5, yes, in total. Oh, actually should be 1 less, so I delete this one. You might also want to link up this one with this parameter, yeah, so that every time I change the spacing, the overall building footprint length will change. So the way we do it is also very easy. You double click, right click, edit formula. So we link up this parameter times 6, and it's always become the multiple times of the unit spacing. So now if you change that, say, to 6 meter, everything will update it according to the parameters, right? Oh, this one, what happened to this one? Okay, let me check this one. Right. Similarly, I need to link up this parameter with this spacing too, right? Now it's fine. Yes, now it works. So I change back to 12 meter. This one to 7 meter as original. Okay, now you have the basic geometry setup. Now we are going to use the features in the architecture workbench. Okay, so we're going to use the grid primarily. So first of all, we insert the grid object. Yeah. So click grid, and you got the 3 options. So we're going to use the elevation option first for the elevation plane. So we give it a name to elevation plane. Okay. That's a elevation above sea level. You can keep it blank, or if you later in the real project, you can also give a specific distance. But that's only for information. So I will just give it to 0 at the moment. All right, click OK. So this is an object which ready for accommodating plane objects. Okay, so I will then select this, and I'm gonna create plane features into this object. So the grid is a feature. Bear in mind, it's not actual geometry. It is a feature so that it will be driven by the geometry, but it's not counted as the geometry. Okay. Another thing is before we convert any geometry into a architectural feature, especially for grid, if you want to do multiple selection, you will not have a chance to change the name of the grid. Therefore, it's better for you to rename them before you convert them into architectural grid feature. Okay. So the way I do it, I will using the this Excel function here. Click. Okay. So only for rename purpose, yeah. Check the feature name, apply. Okay. So this I'll name it elevation.1. This will be elevation.2. Put it over, save here, synchronize. Okay. So you can close this, save, and then click OK. So now you have this name synchronized with Excel spreadsheet, right? And now we hold Shift to multiple select them. Again, coming here using this time called plane grid level. Click that. See, there's a multiple, so you will not be able to rename them. So just click OK, and this will be the same name as the original geometry objects. Okay, so I will carry on to do the grid line as well. First of all, I rename this using this same method. Click apply. So I'll have this one called number 1, this called number 2. Pull that down, save, synchronize, close, save, click OK. Okay. And this one just manually do it because it's gonna be letters A, B, and C. Okay. Now I'm ready for the grade. All right. Next, I'm gonna insert again the grade object here. This time I change to plane. Grade name, call it grade X. Click OK. Okay. And then, while this one is in the other current work object, I select the 3 and using this command grade axis. Click OK. So I will have this 1, 2, 3 made. Yeah. Don't worry about the level yet. I just it works the same way as on any level. Okay. Next, we'll make for the Y. This again as a plane, and I name it as grade Y. Okay, and then we select 1 to 7 using this grid axis. Okay, click OK. Right. Okay, so I have the grid created. Yeah. My last set of features I'm gonna make will be the intersecting point. Yeah. So we go insert the grid object and change to intersection. Call it x, y, int. Click OK. Okay. And this time I will use this intersection. Grid intersection. Click. So I will pick the whole set grid X, and then in here I'll pick Y. Click OK to have all the intersecting points. Okay, and those objects will be automatically updated. And remember, again, those are published features, they're not actual geometries. But that is a very important concept. And later on, I will explain how we can use this file into the general assembly to create either columns or as a reference to constrain to the other parts.